300. It's your folks, Shaka. Wanted to share my thoughts with y'all real quick. I got a number of questions this past week behind some of the videos that I made. And so I decided today that I was just going to go ahead and answer the videos or answer the questions on this video. So let's just get into it. First thing is about Chris Sales. Question is, do I believe the relationship is genuine? And who do I believe suffered the most behind the breakup? I'll say this, y'all. In my opinion, I believe that it was just a rebound situation. I believe the whole social media idea was kind of like an excuse to justify them rebounding with each other. And I base this on like the information that I seen. She was kind of with the children, the girl Leslie, and things of that nature. I didn't really see any like groundbreaking content. You know, I just could recall some of the videos I seen of them where they're posting. I told Leslie I was gonna eat it, and just different stuff like that. That's just what I got from it. You know what I'm saying? It was a mutual agreement, but I think that they were just rebounding. Now, I believe that it kind of hurt Chris, his online personality, the most because based on the feedback of the community over there, uh, a lot of people are praising the girl Leslie for what they believe is recognizing what they thought about him before the situation. And so that's kind of like what I'm seeing right now. But I will say this, the jewel in it all is still the fact that, he's going through this right now. That's a good thing because you don't want to be a dude in your 30s or whatever, and now you a Kevin Samuels fan, okay, still trying to figure life out and figure this whole shit out, and you supposed to be at a different space in your life. You know what I'm saying? So I will say that, despite that happening to him or it playing out the way that it is playing out, this is actually a good opportunity for him, okay? Because, man, in my opinion, we all have been there one way or the other, okay? The only difference is the man who goes through it the right way and comes out a better man tomorrow, and the dude who don't. And, he kind of just sits on the wayside crying and complaining and, kind of still trying to figure this shit out. So I'll say that. Next question is, will I do the recap again? I am going to do the recap show again. I'm probably going to drop it within like the next month, the next episode. I just kind of slowed down from doing it because it takes a lot longer to edit that stuff than it does like a short video. Short video, it's not really a big deal. But them longer videos, it takes some time. So, but we'll have it back up. I'm going to drop the next episode within the next month. So I appreciate y'all pulling up for those episodes, those who do. Next thing is, do I believe male social media personalities are way too dependent on their women and children outlets like the family channels and stuff? It's hard to say because I don't know if that's just a thing or if it's something else, but I will say this. Those guys don't have many other lanes, and it's due to the lack of investment, you know what I'm saying, into other things in different aspects of life. You know what I'm saying? I think that I had recommended a dude to y'all called Austin Dunham. One of the reasons why I recommended him is because he does. But there needs to be a bigger group of so-called black men that are. Most so-called black men are invested in uh, you know, getting the bag and aspiring to be the rappers that they look up to, who are fictional characters. You know what I'm saying? And because of that, I mean, there's not too many other lanes for them. And even those lanes, which revolves around the hip hop lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? They ain't really too popular like that today, unless you are the rapper yourself. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, that's something that the entertainment industry does still have a hold on. The male uh, dominated type stuff that a lot of so-called black men are into and things like that. Um, they don't have that influence like that by themselves, you know, on their own channels and things like that. Very few of them do. There are a few guys that are like that out there, but there are very few. So that's what I would say. Yeah, and so some of these guys, yeah, they are. You know what I'm saying? And we have seen this be the case. You know, some of these guys have lost those relationships and those family type of situations, and we can kind of see what's going on with them now. So as far as the social media, I would agree with that to not fully, but a great extent. Um, what are my thoughts on the manosphere now, and do I believe the people who are down with them will stay dedicated? Well, I think about the manosphere what I've been telling y'all about the manosphere. You know what I'm saying? They're not who they say that they are. The community of the manosphere is made up of male divas and big simps primarily. That's it. Okay? And that's pretty much what it's made up as. And when you see how these women are now coming up in there, uh, gaining notoriety, okay, and they ain't even representing the brand or the standard of what the manosphere is really about. Really, when you look at it, it kind of make them look like a joke. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, because you would think that the expectation for the women that they have pulling up over there will be a lot higher, considering what they stand for, what they claim that they stand for. Okay, but you kind of see what's going on with them right now. All right, and so that's just kind of like what I think, and I think that uh, some of the top dudes who really gained a lot of success from being associated with the manosphere, uh, whether it was in the past or currently now, I think that they will probably, yeah, stay dedicated and stay down. But, you know, as far as the other guys, I think a lot of the other guys just kind of show up to get that attention, the subs and things like that from being associated with them. So that's just kind of like what I think about them, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all haven't seen that video where I spoke on women gaining uh, fame and notoriety within that community, y'all could go ahead and check that out. Okay? Let's see here. The next thing. Um, okay, so the next thing is there are a bunch of smaller content creators who speak on bigger content creators stealing. Uh, what are my thoughts on that, and what do I think it will take to get the message out there? I mean, listen, it's just kind of like what I said on the video that I just recently made. Uh, listen, man, that is a serious problem within the so-called black male circuit. Okay, and it's concentrated with these men who are in the lane of so-called coaching, giving advice, who are over the age of 35, typically guys late 40s, okay, and 50s, okay, where these guys are pulling up, stealing information from younger brothers of smaller content creators and they're not giving credit. They're not giving props. You know what I'm saying? They're not letting people know who inspired them. Um, and so, yeah, man, I think it's a big thing, and I think that more people should be more vocal about speaking about it. I mean, I know that some guys and some people just in general don't want to do it because, like I say, you don't want to be seen as, oh man, you reaching, or you silly, or you hating or whatever. But man, you can't care about that. You got to stand on yours, and that's exactly what I do when I see it and I feel like it's worth speaking on. And I'm gonna say this is not about concepts. It's not about I did my video a certain way, so you did it a certain way. That's not it. It's about you pulling up, taking somebody's thoughts, and then trying to regurgitate them as your own, and you don't give credit. You know what I'm saying? Uh, First off, the rightful authors of those thoughts, they don't get the recognition for it. And then again, like I say, it's not good promotion for the community to grow. You know what I'm saying? So that we can see and learn more. And that's just the truth. And a lot of so-called black folks like to be one of the first people to jump up talking about, well, why you charging for it? It should be free. Well, people could have their all kinds of reasons for charging for their information, because we do got to understand that the game is to be sold, not told. That's still law, you know what I'm saying, for the most part. But that don't mean that it always got to be money either. You know what I'm saying? But hold on real quick. Yeah, I got to make a run real quick. I'll be right back. All right. It was like I was saying, that's still somewhat law, but at the same time too, man, it's not always about money either. You know what I'm saying? You can pay homage and give recognition various different ways, you know. But just with me saying that, when you got people playing the game like this, I mean, we can't get upset when somebody decides to do something differently that might put other people, or put people who might be interested in the information, put them in a position where, well, now I gotta pay for it. You gotta blame a lot of that stuff on a lot of these big time dudes, for example, who have came over to my channel that are big time, like Kevin Samuels. Y'all know he's been one of the biggest ones. You know what I'm saying? I've since not really pulled up to his channel as of lately, but who knows? Because I made a video about Digital Safe House, how he decided that he was gonna have a Patreon. You know what I'm saying? So you never know what he's doing over there still. But y'all know that I've spoke on him. I've also spoke on the dude Tony Gaskins, who has also pulled up to my channel, stole some of my information. I've just recently spoke on this RC dude. I spoke on Kwame Brown, and there's a number of other guys that but those are the biggest dudes. You know what I'm saying? When you got guys like that playing the game the way that they're playing it, they make the game bad for everybody, especially the viewer, man. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that, yeah, it's a big thing. And somebody had called attention to my folks' divine intellect, pretty much stating that from what he see, this has been a big thing coming from a lot of these guys out of the southern region. And I'll say this: I cannot paint the blanket of the South saying that all brothers down there are like that. I will not say that, but I'll say this: the guys that a lot of y'all got up front and in those positions, they are guilty of doing this shit. Okay? And I think all these major guys that I've called out about doing this stuff, they are from the South. And so it kind of is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely bad representation, you know? And I'll say that, you know. And so, yeah, you know, I just think that more people need to speak on it. But my response to it is, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to start putting some of my information behind. But I think at the end of the day, the most valuable information is not the most popular information. So, you know, a lot of what the bigger majority of people pull up for, it's gonna still be on here. But a lot of what these guys who are using information to contribute to their success and shit like that, no man, we can't have them just pulling up stealing shit and they go to their channel making it seem like they the man. Okay? We are teaching your favorite teacher. That's for sure. And we can prove it. But what is the next thing? Okay, adult conversations. So somebody sent me a message just asking me to clarify more about the adult conversations. The adult conversations is pretty much just that. You know, when we speak on some of these social media personalities that are followed by a lot of younger people, and we're talking about teens, you know what I'm saying? And things like that. We just want to let it be known that when you pull up over here, we are bringing something that we don't typically see when it comes to people speaking on these personalities, which is adult, mature conversations. Because at the end of the day, these people are adults. They're adults. They are living adult lives. I don't see any of them like staying with their parents or anything like that. And we assume that since a lot of them have been in this circuit for a very long time, okay, many of their followers are adults now, okay, and they want to hear a little something different. And when you see how a lot of the stuff that a lot of these personalities used to do, they're not as popular anymore, pranks and stuff like that. They might be a little popular, but they're not as hot as they were anymore. Um, you know, does it mean that a great majority of their audience is kind of growing up now? You know, so we aim to try to speak to that group of people, and so we just want that to be known. So that's what that's about. It's no disrespect to anybody else, and it's not saying that anybody else who's in that lane speaking on other things need to change. That's not what we're here to tell anybody to do. We're just saying that over here we're trying to serve something that we believe that we don't see a lot. uh the next thing is, do I dislike entertainers? Y'all know that I speak on Hollywood and that other side. Man, I don't know them people that dislike them. And you know, I say this all the time, y'all. We can learn from anybody and what they're doing. You know, no matter who they are. They could be the opposition, a hater, or whoever, whatever y'all say, a hater, a jealous person, uh, you know, a friend, a foe, whatever terms you got. You know, we can learn from anybody. How I look at entertainers is when they sign those entertainment contracts, it doesn't matter what they think. They are signing up, okay, for a great majority of what they are going to be doing is to deceive and mislead a certain group of people. And in my opinion, it is the chosen people, okay, who I believe. It is the people who are chosen, okay? It's their effort to do that, all right? It's their effort to make you believe a lot of what I'm coming to the table and speak about this stuff is not important. It's not, it's a joke. We don't even pay attention to it. That's what I think when I look at a so-called entertainer. That's why, despite them always in their defense running to talk about their money and what they got and what they own and things like that, they don't conduct themselves like it. They don't conduct themselves like they're complete in life and they good. They don't. That's why a lot of those guys, a lot of the guys that I speak about, and I see them low key crying about it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, that's why they be on there looking like clowns. You know what I'm saying? despite them somewhat being successful, because they have to do these certain things. And they probably were recruited because they knew that they were going to do those things. Okay? And so, in my opinion, I think that when you consider the position that these guys are in and how they conduct themselves, they clowns. And we can call it out and not only learn something about it, but we can laugh about it as well. Okay, because they are entertainers. All right. And so, yeah, that's just what I believe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. And so, yeah. Um, the next thing is somebody asked me what is going to be basically offered on the Patreon. Basically, with the Patreon, you're going to get that in-depth information. If you're into the space age dating information, you want to get top tier information on how to improve your options, improve your ability to offer a situation or make a situation work. You know what I'm saying? Because we're even gonna have a few videos with input from women who got great information, and I'll stand on that. I believe that, you know, some of the perspectives of just some of the women that's in the comment section of my videos serve up more than what a lot of these so-called women who are just really pulling up to really get men to simp out of their dollars. I think that they can offer a little more, and they will, and they can. But you're definitely going to get a lot of that from there. And then on some of a lot of my other in-depth controversial things, like I told you, if you pulled up to the clubhouse and you've heard some of the few things that I've dropped on there. I ain't dropped much. I ain't pulled up over there much, but you know, I spoke on things like interracial dating and various different things like that. You're gonna get some real shit. But I didn't have a problem with bringing it on here. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all that. But when we consider how these dudes is playing dusty in the game, we kind of gotta put it up front. But like I said, at the end of the day, it wasn't the most popular information. The most valuable information is never the most popular information today. Okay? Okay. Even if you go somewhere and you see it popular, there's something else somewhere 10 times popular, okay? And so that's what you're going to see on the Patreon, you know, top tier information, all right? And so, yeah. And that's just pretty much it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and, no, there's one more thing. There's one more thing. Let's go ahead and answer this question. Somebody did ask me, where do I believe De'Ara and Ken are at as far as relationships today? And if y'all, I was gonna answer this question. I told you I was gonna put it in the short. Some might think it's a reach, but I think that they are very good friends. I think that they are talking a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's not a you know, every blue moon thing with them right now. One of the things that y'all might have noticed when De'Ara kicked off this whole series for her birthday, uh, which is it seems to be doing very well. You know what I'm saying? She's doing very well with this material and stuff. But her first video that she dropped, uh, they had a music score in the back, and it was the exact music score, I believe. You know, Ken had the same music score on his video, and she had the same music score on her video. And I don't think that that's by coincidence, okay? And I don't think that, considering that they dropped it kind of like right at the same time, it was something that one rushed and did. Um, th- so I think just little stuff like that kind of suggests that they probably are kind of like, you know, real cool and talking. You know what I'm saying? But they're not going to really let anybody know. That might be the delay on the whole podcast thing that a lot of people said that they were going to have as well. So that's just what I think in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there, y'all. Y'all comment below. Like this information, hit the sub button and the bell. We dropping shit y'all like. It's your folks, Shaka the Urban Philosopher. I'm out. It's 300.